Hi everyone, this is Dr. Michele Alignay, your family psychologist. Welcome to Coffee Break with Dr. Michele. I'm going to have conversations with you about family life, relationships, and faith, and I hope you join our conversations here at this YouTube channel. Good morning, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. It's another Tuesday morning. This is Dr. Michele Alignay greeting you. Morning. May God's blessing be with you today. So join me today for our discussion. Join me today for another kwentuhan and conversation. So please share this to family and friends who just might need to hear things about how we can be better in this trying time. How can we better check our realities to be able to align them with our priorities? So, good morning, Belle. Our topic for this morning, it's actually about realities to priorities. So, bakit natin to pagkikwentuhan? Then, let me just share with you kung ano yung mga insights that I've been getting. Pero, I would like to tell you and greet you good morning for those who are here. Belle, hi Lisa, hi Tina, good morning. And the other people who are alive with me, please share this to family and friends who would need me. And get your cup of coffee. Meron pa akong black coffee here, so that we can have another morning of conversation. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, it's Coffee Break Day. If you don't know, Tuesday and Thursday morning, we go live via my page, Michele Alignay, to talk about matters about family and our well-being. So this morning, I would like to check our realities to priorities. You know, when I was reflecting, these are the things that has been playing in my head the past few weeks. Because I've been getting a lot of questions regarding deciding about matters, about parenting, about family life. And ang nakikita ko, one of the common struggle is that we are operating in what I call the pre-pandemic time. The things that we would be trying to play around with are the things that we know how during the pre-pandemic. Wala naman pong masama doon. But if it's already causing us a lot of stress, if it's already a deadlock, if it's already not applicable right here, right now, and then I believe that we should revisit. So let us have a reality check. For those of you who are with me, I invite you, please ask your friends to join us. Share this to other members. You do, sabi nga nila, watch party, pero whatever. Pero the more important thing is that I would just like you to tune in. I would like us to converse. Honestly, I've been looking at articles regarding priorities, and you know, yung mga 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step na ganito, ganyan sa trabaho. Pero napakadami naman formula. Napakamarami rin suggestion na pwede. Pero I would like us to be real this morning, because the challenge is that not all formula that other experts might be saying that are workable. Yes, they have been tested, some have been researched, research has been made about it, which is good. Pero right here, right now, while we have so much information outside, the invitation is we go inwards and then check ourselves, ano ba dito talaga yung mahalaga sa akin? Yan naman yung tanungan natin eh. At the bottom of our decision making, you know, it's always a question of what is more important right here, right now. Last Saturday, I gave a talk for Jewel's Conference. It's a wonderful gathering of women. I gave a talk on upgrading our parenting skills. So, i-segue ko na to. For those of you who are parents, alam ko ang dami nating agam-agam, ang dami nating fears, ang dami nating, what will I do with my kids? So, yan, sasagutin ko yan sa Thursday. What I believe are best for my kids at this time of pandemic, okay? But right here, right now, I would like you to reflect on these two words, are realities to priorities. Bakit? Let us do a reality check. Friends, join me in doing a reality check. What do you have right here, right now? What do you have in your plate? Ano yung mga concerns, inaasikaso, pinag-aabalahan nyo ngayon. Or sabihin na natin, really, the things that you have to deal with. So, I have to ask you, what are the things that you have to deal with right now? Can you please put that in the comment section? So, nag-break lang kayo sa coffee break. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're doing your chores, pero you're still tuning in, and thank you for that. But right here, right now, I would like us to share what is it that you need to deal with. Tita Tina Dumigpe, salamat sa iyong love na pinadala sa akin. Please share with me, ano yung mga bagay that you have right here, right now, that you need to deal with, that you are confronted with, that you are, saying, do me, I'm a priority. There. Please put that in the comment section because I really want this to be a conversation between us. Meron ba? Do you have any answers, friends? What is it that you need to deal with? What is it that you need to asking for you to prioritize it? Ano po iyon? Kasi I can always share with you my points, but right here, at this moment, I would like to hear about your points. Anybody? Ay, brave souls? No brave soul? No takers? No one's taking the... Ayan, Jade. House renovation, teenager, mother is 6, 2 dogs, and I'm alone because I'm OFWF. That's a lot. That's a lot. And thank you for being honest. That's a lot. Work, Joanna, work. Yes, yes, para sa atin yan. Clem, it's work from home, gets me busy. Who else? Who else is an example? My kids' values as they grow up, let's just say that they're too broad. Let's be more specific. Ano yung meron ka ngayon, sister? Ano yung meron ka ngayon? Tingnan nyo, we need to shift our mindset, diba? Yan yung sinasabi ko. We have to shift na as they grow up. Yes, pero right here, right now, what do you have in your plate? What is it about raising your kids in proper values that you have at the moment? Ayan, managing chores and online studies of kids by August because of COVID. Yes, lahat tayo. Yan ang concern, and I'll talk about that with you about schooling our children on Thursday. Work and household chores. Alam nyo, yung iba kong friends, sabi nga nila, parang nagtatrabaho ka the whole day tapos maalala mo wala ka pa palang lunch. Ayan. Venture into a new business. My business pre-pandemic has been affected. Decluttering. Okay, family, friends, kung ano man yung meron kayo, pero alam nyo, it's summarized in work, meal plans, chores, even family needs, child care, and yung iba, senior or parents care, child's activities kasi nakabakasyon pa rin sila, parents and extended family, community and outreach, if you have community or outreach program, pinagkakablahan, work pa rin, chores, eto, hindi nyo po binanggit, self-care, sleep, exercise. Friends, we've been talking about 3 months on self-care already. So, nasaan po tayo dyan? Where are we at the moment? So, let me just share with you. I would like you to capture, kung nakikinig ka lang, I would like you to just realize what is it that in your plate right now. If I would ask you the top 3 things that's on your plate, what are these things? When this pandemic or lockdown happened, it's the first thing that comes to your mind? Ayan. When this pandemic happened, ano yung unang bagay that comes to your mind? Yan, friends. Nasaan tayo dyan? Nung nangyari yung lockdown, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Nung sinabi, nag-announce na we will have a community quarantine, we will be on lockdown. Yan. So, is it the budget? Is it your safety? Okay, ano yung unang pumasok sa isip mo? Kasi I've noticed that people operated in different means and in different terms when the lockdown happened. So, correct me if I'm wrong, pero kung meron kayong additional, pero ito yung yes, Casey, safety of my family, oh Lord, I'm alone, yeah. Jade, you're not alone. I just have to capture you. You're not alone. You have a husband. It's just that you're not physically together. I believe I am inviting you to change your mindset already. You are just not alone. It's just that you're not physically together. Food supplies, long vacation, secure food safety. planting vegetable kasi walang work. Yeah, that's tama. That's very correct. So, will my budget and emergency fund fit? Yes, those are correct. For others, you know, when this lockdown happened, it's the first thing that comes to your mind, gosh, it's scary. I need to secure my food. I need to secure my family. Okay, another one. Oh no, how can I do what I need to do? Okay? How can I do what I need to do? Yung mga dapat kong gawin, yung mga plano ko, how can I go on with my plans? Okay. And others are, oh, it's just 2 weeks. It will be a break. Ayan, parang, okay, I'll take it as a vacation. Kasi sandali lang naman eh. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, did we operate on the temporary mode or in the transition? Did we operate on the fear and anxiety, or did we operate in the helplessness? When we feel that we're alone and we're scared that you know, I don't know what to do, and then maybe we feel helpless. We operate in the mode of helplessness. When we operate na, what can I do and what do I? Oh no, how can I do what I need to do? Maybe we operate in an anxiety mode, in the fear mode. And then, the other thing is that when we operated in the, oh, it's just 2 weeks. It's a solution that is temporary. Okay? So here, we struggled with different matters. So whatever is it in our plate, this is the things that I would like you to check, and I would like you to realize. So, ang tatanong ko sa inyo, so in all these things that we've been doing, where did your energy go? So, yung mga first 2 weeks lalo ng quarantine, did your energy go checking the news? Did your energy go, you know, being updated to whatever pandemic situation that we have? Or did you operate in that na you're just checking your news feed, kung ano yung, you're just, you know, some said that they just lie down and then they just binge on Netflix. They just don't do anything. Friends, it's on the first 2 to 3 weeks of quarantine, if we operated on a temporary mode, and then that's okay. But we're 3 months already, we cannot operate already on a temporary mode. Where did your energy go? As I said, if we're fretting over things that ay hindi ko na ito magawa, ay na-cancel yung plano namin, ay our vacation, my long planned vacation, nakabook na akong lahat, hindi ko na siya magagawa. If we operated on that, fretting over what you cannot do and wanting to do things when they go back to normal, ayan. Did we operate on that? Did we operate, did our energy go in fretting over the things that we can no longer do, and hoping things will go back to normal, or put things on hold? Sige, pag normal na lahat, we will do it. Okay, that's one way we operate. Another way we spend our energy is in busying with work and settling in a new routine, settling our work and shifting the priority. So okay, ito tayo ngayon. Okay, 1 week at a time. So, tingnan natin kung ano mag-o-operate, how the house will be, how the home will be. So here, busying with work and settling in a new routine. And then the third one, where did your energy go? Did our energy go on waiting for things to settle so we can go back to our way of life pre-pandemic? So, friends, ang tanong ko sa atin, nasaan tayo? If you say you're fretting over things na hindi mo na magawa, then ibig sabihin, we're still on the then. We're on the past. But when we say that we are busying with work and settling in a new routine, we are here at the present. And when we say that I'll wait for things to settle, and then I cannot think kasi hindi ko alam kung ano mangyayari sa coming months, you know, natatakot pa ako, ano bang gagawin ko, ayokong gawin to kasi wala pang vaccine. We operate on the future. Where are you? Where is your energy going? Is your mindset or your ways of living, your family patterns, and your way, sabi natin, your daily operation is still operating in the present? Or are you in the past? Or ikaw yung nag-iintay na lang kung ano pa yung mangyayari, and then you'll move on from there. The invitation that I'm giving you this morning is that we have to reflect, because the reason why we have difficulty in prioritizing and managing things in the new normal, it's because first, we cannot fully embrace the reality. Kaya nga, I am inviting you, this is really a reality check. What do you have in your plate? Is that we cannot, the reason why we have difficulty in merging in a new normal, because we keep waiting, is that we cannot fully embrace reality. We cannot fully embrace na ito yung sitwasyon ngayon. Hindi tayo pwedeng lumabas the way we used to. So, we are, and then another way, the reason for our difficulty, kaya tayo nag-struggle, is that we have too many tapes. Comes with that, we cannot fully embrace our reality because in our head, in our mind, in our unconscious, let me say that, and in the fiber of our being, we have conditioned mindsets. Right now, in our heads, there are things that should be, there is how life must be, and our goals would be. While they are okay, they might not be applicable during this pandemic, during this time of crisis, during this time of stay-home situation. Yun yung kaya tayo nahihirapan to embrace the reality. It's because of those should be, as I said, the must be and the would be. And if these are the things that is there in your head, friends, check yourself. How have you come to terms with the things in the here and now? And the third reason is that when we cannot fully embrace reality, when we have those would be, must be, and would be in our heads, we call them our conditioned tapes, meaning the cassette tape, yung mga mindsets, it's so hard to say that, but it's our thought patterns that's there in the head. If we have that, we are not living in the now, in the present, because we are still living in the future, or we are living in the past. So friends, nasaan po kayo ngayon? Are in your present? When we say the word present, kaya papasok yung priorities kasi ito yung present natin. Kaya ko tinanong, ano yung reality nyo? Kasi yan yung present natin. At sa present moment, here in the present moment, when we say present, it's connected to our realities, it's connected to the here and the now, and it's connected also to grounding ourselves. Grounding meaning, hey, have your feet on the ground. Huwag ka munang magpunta dun sa time na merong vaccine kasi wala pa. So right here, right now, what can you do? Where are you? We overlook, ang tendency natin is that we overlook our priorities because we, sorry for using that word always, because we operate on the future tense and the past tense. Nakakalimutan natin na tingnan anong meron. I'll give you an example. Parang, okay, plans are put on hold. Our example, here, 2020 plans and summer plans. I've heard some people say na, hindi kasi pwedeng ganito hindi kasi pwedeng ganyan. So, ang daming standards that we've been trying to move on. Yes, I understand we need those standards, but this is the thing. Is that standard is the how you're operating your decision, your summer plans and 2020 goals. Is it still realistic? Kaya nga minsan biniro ko yung some of my friends, you know, let's drop this 2020 goals. Yung 2020 tangible goals natin, pwede nating i-drop. Yung values that we're holding on to, yung mga mantras natin. For example, in our family, our big word for 2020 is thrive. It's so fitting. I'm not dropping our thrive word, but I'm dropping how we're going to go about it. So they're two different things. So we need to drop all the material or the tangible things on how we do things because we have to be grounded on the present situation. It's good to be grounded on your own values, but your summer plans, guys, there's no summer plan happening. There's no beach trip that my kids are asking us to do. That's not gonna happen. And early on, we've explained it to them. The struggle is that when we still want, hindi kasi dapat ganito we should have been there. We should have been doing that. Sorry friends, pero kung yun pa rin yung mindset nyo na should be, must be, would be, and then it's going to really be a drastic slope from here and it's going to continue to frustrate us because that thing that we're holding on to, they're unicorns. It's non-existent right now. And if you keep saying and you keep looking forward, in many days that I've been doing this coffee break, ang paborito kong tanong before is that in the first few months we talk about self-care, and that ang tanong ko, what's your favorite self-care? Don't give me the term travel now. Don't give me that. I have to tell you, because it's not gonna happen. If it will happen, you must really be financially stable, because we don't have piece of fares. We don't have honestly, we don't have cheap fare. Realistically wise, you have to ground your new goals, because that 2020 goal, your travel goal, the family goal might be there, but the things that you would like to do with the family, it's the things that you want your kids to learn this summer, they just might not do it. I'm just so happy that my kids, I told my kids, guys, no basketball and no gymnastics. Well, my daughter said, I can naman do hula hoops, yeah. And then, meron naman maliit na basketball court sa gilid ng bahay namin. Pwedeng hindi siya summer class, but we have to be grounded. So another thing, working from home, we keep making do. And that is a very good trait, making do. But if you see, kasi pagbabalik na kami sa office, we try to, the mindset is that, hindi, okay lang yan, temporary lang yan, hindi, sandali lang yan. Pero guys, patagal ng patagal, friends, patagal ng patagal yung nangyayari. So, don't we want to settle also and to accept the reality na, there's noise that I cannot control right here, right now, because that's the reality of my home. I cannot spend a fortune, just putting up walls in between me and my neighbor. So I have to tell you that, because I have to accept that reality. So you have to accept the other noises that you're picking up from my broadcast, because that's my reality. See, just what I told you. Because if I keep getting stuck on the things that are beyond me, so this working from home situation might not be realistic. One thing that I was able to reflect yesterday, because since we are trying to cope with the work from home situation, we need to do new shifts in the house, and then the placement of things. So the sala will be a co-working space for my husband and I, and my kids eventually, because it's just the internet connection, kahit na malakas, hindi talaga abot sa second floor. In the location is a challenge. So here, we have to, I was thinking is that, bakit ako nag-thrive working from home the past 3 or 4 years, and even doing my dissertation here at our house? You know why? Because I stopped, sorry to say this, I stopped working at the home. Meaning, I stopped working on the house. Tinigilan ko yung mga, ay, may nakita kong kalat. I'll deal with that. Ay, may nakita kong, because I need to shift my focus. Because the energy is going to just looking at things around the house na hindi ako makatrabaho dahil dito, hindi ako makatrabaho dahil dito. If we have too much conditions that there should be perfect, noise-free, clutter-free, zen feel, at hindi ka makaka-function if we have that. Friends, try to see where is your energy going. Baka instead of working on your work, you're working too much on the things that right now can be, be acceptable to a certain standard. Hindi talaga, Michele, kasi gusto ko talaga. Okay, kung gusto mo, anong meron ka sa 24 hours? Kaya ba ng reality mo yung priority mo na mag-ayos ng bahay while working from home, while thinking of the ulam, while raising your kids, while dealing with your husband, while managing your parents? Kaya mo ba? Kasi, kaya another thing that I am really being asked by friends right now, that I will explain that further on the schooling of my kids. So the schooling of my kids, which route should I take? DepEd has already announced it's going to be face-to-face learning. Pero before, the struggle is that paano kung papasukin yung anak ko? Sabi ko, kung papapasukin yung anak mo, di wag mong papasukin kung hindi mo kaya. Paano yung grades? This is not the time to think about grades. It's the time to think about the reality that it's not gonna be the same standard. But I've heard from friends, if I'm going to put my, if I'm going to that's a struggle for a lot of us, the best educational option for our children, and I will tell you, kayo rin lang yung makakasagot niyan. One paradigm might not be applicable for another. Halimbawa, is homeschooling your option? My biggest question is, do you have the time, and do you have the focus and the personal and the emotional resources to really focus on just, homeschooling your kid? Kasi kung yan yung magiging source of emotional breakdown mo, friend, and then you just might opt for to pay the school kasi the teacher will do it. Ang sabi ng iba, kaya lang ganun din yung presyo. So let's talk about it on another season, pero I would like to teach you here that and okay, another thing is that but what if my kids need to do this, and what if my kids need to do this? But there's just too much. That's why my invitation for you, friends, where is your priority now? Priorities become cluttered. We become cluttered with our priorities because we have too many emotions connected to the situation. Our priorities in our mental state becomes, cluttered because we have too many emotions connected to our situation. We have too many standards set that we cannot break, we cannot tweak, or even, just put down. Just during this pandemic season, hindi natin mag-give up. Hindi, kailangan ganyan yan. Okay? Ultimo, yung ingredients ng ulam, may mga ulam hindi pwedeng latuin kasi kulang. Too many things we want to secure and control. Too many things na what if ganito? What if ito yung gawin sa anak ko? What if ganito yung ipagawa? Friends, use your wisdom! Kaya po tayo nahihirapan. Kaya minsan parang, it's just too much in your head because your head is too cluttered. Dinagdagan mo pa ng emotion, and then your standards are at its peak. You cannot let go of the what if, must do, should do, and would do. And then you have too many things that you would like to control. But the news that I'm gonna tell you now, whether you like it or not, because this might be a bad news, because I'm sorry, too many things are beyond our control. So, our priority, you have to check your reality to be able to adjust to our priorities. Ano ba yung mas mahalaga? Because once we have checked our reality, our priorities becomes clearer. And when we have checked our realities, there's clarity. Priority, reality, clarity. Clarity on realities will lead you to our priorities. Clarity on our realities will lead us to our priorities. Clarity, it's really a gift because we have to be clear in our emotions. It is really mind knowledge. Kailangan natin literally, physically sabihin natin, okay, hindi to kailangan tong mindset na to. Hindi ito nag-work for now. Parang itong standard ko, itong mga negative, irrational tapes na meron ako ngayon, oh my God, it's causing me a lot of anxiety, it's causing me a lot of frustration, and it is stressing me. Friends, nasan tayo ngayon? When we have too much in the head and then our emotions get cluttered, we have too much in our hearts, but the problem is that our spirit cannot thrive that way. It's hard for us to discern. I believe that napakadali naman talagang magdesisyon kung safe or hindi, kung bad or not. Ang pinakamahirap pagdesisyonan are things that both good, but hindi natin makita kung ano dito yung best. Friends always ask me, what's the best? I ask friends who ask me, what's your best? My best might be different from your best. Why? Because we have different values. We have different priorities. We also have different sense of clarity that is connected to our inner discernment. Kaya I will use that word discernment. It's hard for us to discern. The Holy Spirit cannot work if we just have too much. So the first thing that we should ask, it's not the best decision, we should ask for the Holy Spirit to give us that wisdom. We're given that knowledge. We have to be led to that wisdom. The wisdom doesn't come from me, friends. The wisdom doesn't come from other elders. Those are knowledge that we pick up. In comes this knowledge that we pick up from different people. We sort them out. We try to see which one would resonates with us, which one would aligned with us. And from there, we make the discernment. We make that discernment. Discernment is a gift of the Spirit. Discernment is that, okay, this is not bad, but this is not bad either. Okay, my kids are safe at home, but I'm safe too. Here, so you have to check that. Clarity on realities will lead us to priority. If there's a mantra, if there's something that I would like to share to people, say that clarity on realities will lead us to our priorities. Why? Ito kailangan na natin tanggapin to, friends, whether you like it or not. We do not have guarantees in life. Seryoso yan. Kahit nasabihin mong may vaccine, do we have guarantees? No. Ano yung guaranteed natin? Guaranteed ko na mas maganda yung relasyon ko sa anak ko paglabas natin dito sa sitwasyon na to. That's one guarantee because we are in control of that. But what happens outside? We don't have guarantee. We do not know if it will work. Yes, yung I'm not looking for how things would perfectly work. I'm looking for how things will progress and work. You hear that? I'm looking not for perfection but for progress. Lagi kong when I've learned that from my friend Maricar Holopainen, who's my yoga teacher. Oh my God, that's the biggest breakthrough that I had so many years ago. We do not know if it will work, so you have to acknowledge this mindset. We do not have guarantees. We do not know if it will work. We do not need to embrace we need to embrace the imperfection. Don't focus on the perfection. Don't focus on everything needs to be correct or in place. We need to embrace the imperfection along the way because you know why? We grow through imperfections. If life is so perfect now, baka there's no reason for us to keep thriving. That's the truth. Another one, at this time, we cannot run on an automatic pilot. Ang gusto ko to when I read something about this. Hindi na pwede kung paano tayo mabuhay ng sistema, yung ipoprogram yung bahay, ipoprogram yung mga bata, ipoprogram they leave for the school bus, and then we do our thing, and then we have other plans during the weekend, and then we work, and then we cannot run on automatic pilot. We have to be co-pilots with our husbands. We have to make our kids our co-pilots also. We need to train everyone in the family so that the kumbaga sa aeroplano, we will all run smoothly. You know, bakit marami sa atin burdened? Bakit tayo nahihirapan? Because we're trying to do things on our own. We're not bringing in other co-pilots because we cannot run on autopilot mode. If we have been running on autopilot mode the way we were during pre-pandemic, we have bigger problems now because it will bring us a lot of frustration. And then lastly, we have to customize, contextualize, and curate our system, our personal system for the family and for ourselves. I'll repeat the 3 C's. We need to customize. Kailangan piliin mo kung ano yung pwede sa'yo. We need to contextualize. Pwedeng mapili mo pareho nung iba pero applicable ba sa sitwasyon mo. So what's your context? So and you have to curate among them, among the customized na you have to curate. Kailangan maging minute detail yung application sa'yo. Kasi baka what is seemingly perfect for others, yung parang ang galing ng buhay nila. Bakit kaya nilang gawin yun? Oh my God, they're baking. Oh, look at them. They're doing something new. Oh, look at them. They're gardening. Yes, it may be applicable to many, but is it contextually applicable to you? Do you have all the resources? Hindi lang to usapan ng money. Hindi lang to usapan ng, minsan usapan ng space. Pangalawa, usapan ng oras. May oras ka pa? Kaya mo pa? baka hindi ka na natutulog para lang makipag-bake. Okay ka pa doon? Self-care pa ba siya? Pasabihin mo na, oh, yung Netflix sa kay-drama, it's really helping me. Yes, but if it's affecting your health already, it's no longer healthy. It's no longer helpful. So here, you have to customize, contextualize, and create a new system personally and in the family. So here, what will help is we clarify our values in everything we want to prioritize. Lagi yan, sa lahat ng priorities natin, for us to be able to align first is you have to check your realities so we can sort through our priorities. Anong priorities nyo? Hindi ko alam sa inyo, friends. Pero malinaw ako na ang priority namin is safety and sanity, providing our kids and our family the basic needs. It's the family relationship that is intact, that is good. That's a priority. And of course, having income, having the finances, working on work. Honestly, that's a priority now because we have, and for example, hindi naman pwede na wala akong work, nag-a-apply ako eh. Tapos, ang taas pa rin ng standard mo sa trabaho. This is the time that we need to make the most of what we can and what we should and given the available resources, given the available realities that we have. Hindi pwede na kung yung base na, hindi kasi ito yung natapos ko, tapos kailangan ito yung trabaho ko. Hindi siya operational right now. And mind you, this time is really when the Lord is teaching us so many things. Priority is what do you want and need right now, what you need to accomplish or work on and needed by others, and you need to put 100% o sabihin natin 90% of your effort. I'll be honest with you, friends, alam nyo, ang priority natin sa ngayon, pamilya at trabaho. Bakit trabaho? Realistically wise, we have economic challenges. At maraming walang trabaho ngayon. So, sinasabi ko nga, we have to be grateful for the work that we have. Kasi we can feed our family through our work. It may not be the perfect condition. It may not be the perfect situation. But friends, any way that we can earn, any way that we can do, that's reason enough to be grateful for. So here, you have to consider these two areas. Align priorities with your goals and align priorities with your clarities. Mahirap po yan. Why? I'll introduce to you last two words to summarize everything. Because we are always we always want to control things. Pero this pandemic is teaching us to let go, because rather than working on us having control about too many things, have a plan, have a framework, have a model of how you do things, but don't be rigid with it, because in the imperfection of things, if yung mga tanong natin, what if I fail? What if I get stuck? What if it doesn't work? Because kaya gusto nating i-control kasi lagi nating naiisip yung what if I fail? Paano kung hindi ko kaya? What if I get stuck? What if hindi naman pala okay? Yung standards, again, that's standard. When trying to control, in the process, if you let go of control, you see our character is being formed, and there's more clarity with the things that truly matters. I hope that this pandemic has taught you what really matters, but I also would like to invite you to look into, rather than control, but character. That in the process of controlling things, for example, sabi ko nga, if I'm going to put my kids in their online learning platform on school, but I'm not gonna teach her everything. I'm not gonna oversee everything. Why? Because I want to just check how her character is being formed. Kung nahihirapan siya dun sa isang assignment, I'll give her a little nudge, I'll give her a little guideline, I'll give her a bit of push. But in the reality is that I am after how her character is going to be formed, and how my character is also going to be formed in this process. And importantly, that's why we are not very clear on our priorities, friends, because We are after perfection. We are after na kailangan areglado lahat, kailangan budgeted lahat, kailangan bago ko gawin yan, dapat ganito, hindi ako makagawa niyan kasi ito. How many dependables, how many conditions we need to set just to enjoy life now? How many conditions we need to set before we approach a better way of doing things? We approach ourselves to become better person. So more than perfection, as I said earlier, check your progress. Always check the progress of how we're doing things. Always check the progress also of your progress. When we look for perfection, we are living in the future, or maybe living in a bubble. But if you check your progress, if we see our progress, if we focus on the progress, we are living here in the present moment. We are living here in the present. So, hindi ko na alam kung paano tayo in the next few months. Hindi ko rin po alam kung ano pa yung mangyayari. Minsan, the internet connection has glitches. Minsan, there's too many noise outside of us. Pero alam nyo, friends, kung ano man yung naririnig natin na noise outside of us, there will only be clarity if we have checked our realities and if it's aligned with our priorities and the priorities aligned to our goals. And I'll introduce you the last word, flexibility. Magkaka-rhyme sila. Priorities, realities, clarity, flexibility. The only way to deal with this pandemic situation, the only way to learn our priorities right now is we learn how to flex. It's not yung flex ko lang yung asawa ko, flex ko lang yung sarili ko. No. If we learn how to navigate things, if you learn to embrace the imperfection of things, if you learn to make the most out of things, if we do not succumb to the should be, what if, must be, they're unicorns right now. This pandemic season, it's teaching us to be here at the present. This pandemic season, it's teaching us to be present for the people we love. It's also asking us to make the most out of the present moment, make the most out of our work, make the most out of the people in our family, make the most of how can we all learn together. Either our kids are homeschooling, either we are also doing distance learning, we're signed up for online courses, either we decide on other things, either we go back to work, we take in, I have a friend, iba yung work niya, nawalan siya ng trabaho during pandemic, and I honor her because she took in an online work. It may sound funny, it may sound degrading, but hey, she can feed her family, and hey, she's safe with her kids. So friends, check your frustration, check your emotion, because it might be pointing you to check your reality, to be able to align your priorities so that you can have better clarity and you can learn flexibility. I am not giving you answers. I'm giving you insights. I'm not giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, but I'm giving you points to work on. And I'll end this session. Clarity on realities will lead us to your priorities. The Lord will speak to us if we're very clear. Minsan, kailangan yung kausapin si Lord. Not for us, not for Him to take away our fears, but for us to be clear on what truly matters. And what matters? It's the present moment. That's why it's called the present. May you have a clearer time, a more realistic life, and a life that has priorities that are really true to who you are, true to what the Lord wants for you. Join me again on Thursday at Coffee Break. See you again, friends. Have coffee with yourself after this, okay? So that you have better clarity. God bless you all. Thank you.